Ui, mình chưa cả đi qua cái ấy. Đi qua cái dạng test là gì?
Test gì? Là mốc trừ nhé. Mốc 2 mốc 3 start fresh đi. Ok. Đấy, đừng có để chạm quá. Rồi. Khi vào bài thi nó sẽ có là ok. Nó sẽ có là check mic thì check này check nọ hiểu không? Anh sẽ tận dụng thời gian đó anh đọc template thì anh quen mồm hiểu không?
Anh có thể từ chỗ nào cao cao á, thấp á.
Nói nghe.
Ừ, đọc template.
Thì lúc mà check mic ở đây ví dụ như là đang check mic này là mình đọc template
Ừ.
để cho quen mồm hiểu không?
Template của
Chưa? Chưa? Sẵn sàng.
vào test à?
Ừ. 1 2 3.
One of the most controversial topics we will examine is scheme systems of hospitality directed scientists who study climate change, how America reacts to global warming affect the world, a debate that are more contained with US, but no less controversial, is the one raging about evolution intelligent design. Controversial skepticism. Controversial. One of the most controversial topics we will examine is skipping and hospitality directed to scientists who study climate change. How America reacts to global warming will affect the world. A debate just more contained with the US, but no less controversial, is moderating about evolution and intelligent design. Nó có biết một cái to là to, không phải là to đâu. Human remains a fundamental part of the record, offering unique insight to the allied individual observations. But recently, a researcher studied human remains rather unexpected direction. The British government revised its interpretation of 19th century Brussels legislation that valued drastical and need a coefficient in England way. Humans remain a fundamental part of the archaeological record, offering unique insight into the life of individuals and populations in the past. Recently, a set of challenges to the study of human remains has emerged from a rather unexpected direction. The British government revised its interpretation of 19th century Brussels legislation in a way that could drastically certain ability of to study human remains any age covered in England and Wales. Anh đừng có lắc đầu, anh cứ lặng yên thôi, đừng có lắc đầu. Using publicity available inform the computation power of the Bitcoin network, the efficient and mental commission mining machine, the identify major problem with reliance on renewable energy. One of the Bitcoin machine is activated is shut down until it continue operating perfectly. Using publicly available information about the computational power of the Bitcoin network and the efficiency and material composition of mining machines, they identify major problems with reliance and renewable energy. One of the Bitcoin machines is activated, it is not shut down until it fails to continue operating profitably.
Tự làm nhé, tự làm clip luôn.
Ừ.
Processing.
Applicants for the course preferably have a preference over English or journalism.
Applicant referencing something replicant. Refresh notification.
Basically, marketing is about making people want to buy.
Nó vừa bấm xong thì kêu.
Basically, marketing is about making people want to buy.
Basically, marketing make people something buy.
Behind the group, there was a flat driven by moles.
Behind the group, there are something.
Don't get alarmed, but I've taken the liberty to be a tad candid with him.
Just something to be a test with him.
We roughly calculated or judged the value, number, quantity, or extent of something.
We are something just value, quality, numbers, and something.
There should be a resource person that they lay on for you to turn to.
There should be a resource of something people following to. Oh. Fitness membership. Okay, woman, man. There's There is a very amazing image in front of me. By looking closer to the given image, I can see this is fitness membership. According to the image, I can see woman has the maximum number, which is 20% in 2000. However, man has the minimum number, which is 10% in 2002. According to the topic, this number increased significantly in the first period, and then they are going down dramatically in the second period. After analyzing the picture, I can conclude that this number is going to increase in the future. Eric, this is about healthy chart. There is a very amazing image in front of me. By looking closer to the given image, I can see this is heredity chart. According to the image, I can see protein has a maximum number which is 25% in 2000. However, fat has the minimum number which is 15% in 2002. In addition, these numbers increase significantly in the first period and then they are going down dramatically in the second period. After analyzing the chart, I can conclude that these numbers are going to increase in the future.
I think, though, if genome sequencing just gets super cheap, then it's probably very soon going to make sense to just sequence all your DNA.
Science journalist Carl Zimmer, author of the book She Has Her Mother's Laugh, The Powers, Perversions, and Potential of Heredity. Zimmer spoke last month at New York University's Journalism Institute. Right now, commercial genome services only look at a small percentage of all your DNA, but as the cost plummets, you'll get your entire genome.
Then the issue will become, well, what do you use your genome for in terms of your health? A lot of people will actually benefit from something I learned by looking at my genome, which is that if, God forbid, I were to get hepatitis, there are certain drugs that won't do me any good because I have certain genes. Pharmacogenomics, as it's called. I think that pharmacogenomics might be the kind of the low-hanging fruit of genome sequencing, that because like doctors so often, like if you get sick, they're like, well, let's try this, and it might be hepatitis, it might be depression, and all sorts of things. Like, well, that didn't work very well. Let's try this. Wouldn't it be nice if we could just skip the stuff that doesn't work and go to the stuff that does? So that might be kind of where medicine goes in terms of using our genomes and understanding how heredity affects our health.
The lecture was talking about power of potential, which is very interesting topic. And then I can hear information about how the pupil mentioned that the university journal. And then I can hear information about that the pupil mentioned this is the DNA. And then I can hear information about that the pupil said a lot of powering looking advertisement. And then I can hear information about how the pupil mentioned that the protestants. And then I can hear information about that this is the kit doesn't work. And then I can hear information about that how the pupil mentioned using the general. In conclusion, this is about power of potential. Cái này nó khó lắm luôn á. Một người nói xong rồi tự nhiên nó dừng, xong rồi một người khác nói tiếp.
600 million people around the world have a runny nose that's not a cold or the flu. There are lots of causes, from medications like aspirin, the pill, anti-blood pressure medications, to pregnancy, to chemical irritation. But the vast majority of people who have a runny nose, sneezing, blockage, tickly nose, tickly palate, maybe even poor sleep and mouth breathing, have what's called allergic rhinitis. A lot of people have it seasonally, but many people like me have it all the year round. An international review of the best evidence on allergic rhinitis suggests it's a much bigger problem than many people think. And if you've got asthma and allergic rhinitis, your asthma can be worse, and treating your nose can make your chest better as well. There are lots of things that produce the allergy, but many are hard to avoid. It's important to make sure the diagnosis is right, and there are tests that can be done.
The lecture was talking about having a medication, which is very interesting topic. And then I can hear information about how the pupil mentioned that to have a chemical have allergic, and then I can hear information about how the pupil mentioned that many people have sick, and then I can hear information about that how the pupil mentioned that beggars have asthma and throat, and then I can hear information how the pupil mentioned that chest has better and can be done, and in conclusion, this is about having medication. Okay, I'll read all the paragraph. 121 nữa. Đây là tiếng Anh mà.
Tiếng Việt.
Thôi làm speaking thôi. Làm speaking review cho anh đi thôi.